Every once in a while, your sector will be visited by a free delivery of a Behemoth Vanguard or a Phoenix Vanguard, courtesy of the Scale Plate Pirates. Some of them have lots of tracking turrets, which this one does. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to deal with those turrets. Currently this vessel is not moving. So before I get to the stage where it is hostile, I'm going to jump into my spacesuit and activate my spacesuit bombs, and I'm going to plant a bomb on each one of its turrets. There's one there. Now this is a bit of a long-winded way of doing it, but if this guy launches his tracking missiles whilst I'm still in a light fighter, it could spell a lot of trouble. So now there is always a risk that he's going to move whilst I'm doing this, so we have to keep our sort of eyes peeled for our speed, watching our speed to make sure if he starts moving I'm going to teleport back to my light fighter. The bombs will stay where they are, so it's not the end of the world. I can just follow it until it starts moving again. Oh, stops moving again, I should say. But we want to make sure all of the tracking turrets are marked with the bombs. But to be honest, if you're going to do it with tracking turrets, you might as well do it with all of the turrets. The shield component, the shield generators, you can kind of... There we go, look, we're starting to move. My geometric owl is actually staying with us, so I might be able to get away with continuing what I'm doing. I just have to hug the hole really tightly to make sure that I don't get blown off. I'm a bit like a mosquito buzzing around its hull. And obviously if it starts shooting at something while I'm in front of a turret, that's not going to end well for me either. Right, I think I've only got one turret on this side. I have sort of done a little recce first. I'm going to try not to go into a flat spin. Yeah, he is actually getting shot at now. So he's going to start shooting back. Not ideal. It has to be said. Oh my goodness me, right, where am I? Right, where is my geometric owl gone? It's there. Oh, it's being attacked by a Xenon. That's fine, I can live with that because it will fly, it will run away. And that guard will deal with it. It's, these Antigone fighters are going to be problematic. Right, there's our other two turrets. They will eventually get taken care of. But I've got my turrets and my bombs in place. Just check that my Sonra is still following. Yep. I can actually reboard my ship and then the bombs will stay where they are. I just can't trigger them from inside the ship. But I can wait for the plunderer or the pillager or whatever of the two it is to take care of those two Antigone fighters first. Okay, so our friendly Antigone fighters appear to have lost interest for the time being. I certainly can't see them on the radar anymore. This guy is making some serious tracks, so we need to get on and deal with him rapido. So he's got one more tracking turret that I didn't spot. In fact, I did spot it because it's got a bomb on it. So what I need to do is, when he drops out of hyper, or whatever you want to call it, let's just check what speed he's still doing, 100 odd kilometers an hour. So we need to sort of fall in out of sight of his big main turret. We'll just give him a little nudge with our lasers to stop him going into travel drive. And I'm going to quickly jump out of captain's seat, get out into my spacesuit, hit R, and then get back into my ship. Come on, teleporter, in your own time. So, his tracking turrets have all been destroyed. Now he's only got one turret left, but I'm going to take out his engine first. Stop him from running away. Cool, engine's dealt with. Okay, now he's only got one weapon left, and that is his big ass plasma turret on his back right there. See if I can get on that quickly. Shouldn't be able to bring it to bear because it's at too narrow of an angle. Right, so that's that dealt with. We'll just double check all of the turrets are gone. So now we take care of the shield generators. I'm using the geometric owl, for those of you who don't know what that is. Play the Yaki. That's not the Yaki.
We're hit.
You certainly were. Right, so we're going to quickly take out as many shield generators as we can, because our Sonra should be inbound. Come on, give me the friggin' targeting reticle on that shield generator. Sometimes it's a bit buggy when it comes to trying to... Now, there is still a slight risk because this thing does still have main guns. There we go, there's our Sonra. There's a repair drone. So I'll go and deal with that. There they are.
Repair drone.
Stop your attack.
There's one.
Security forces.
There's another one. Okay.
This is sector security.
So, we get our Sonra,
Channel open.
and we're going to right click on,
Negative.
as soon as we can select it. Right, and we're going to do board. Very strong. Very strong. Select as many veterans as we can, and then hit start operation.
Pod launched. Moving to target.
So we've basically got this guy to a state where he can't repair himself, or he can a little bit because his crew will repair the engines and stuff, but he's got no way of fighting back. So penetrating the hull is still going to be
Behemoth.
Keep an eye on sensors.
the thing that slows us down, but he's got 68% hull, so that's pretty good for a boarding op.
Contact.
So I'm just going to lurk near the back, keep an eye on these engines. If one of them rebuilds and then fires up, I'm just going to take it out very quickly. But basically, we'll wait for the Marines to do their thing now.
Steady. Sit. We're making our way through the hull.
There you go. So my pods,
Stay sharp.
my boarding team are making their way through the hull. That's being repaired, so we'll just
We're hit.
take care of that. And it really is that simple. You can, if it hasn't got tracking turrets, you can fly around the hull and take them out manually. If they are tracking turrets, and if it's got more than one tracking turret, obviously if it's only got one, you can just take that out first and then work on the laser beams and all that stuff. But essentially you want to be putting yourself in a position where there's no way missiles can be fired at you.
Preparing for breach. Sit rep. Green.
And then once you've taken out those turrets, you can just take out the shield generators and all the other surface components, knock out the engines so that your marine carrier doesn't
Go. Move. Move it.
There you go, they're inside the ship already, so knocking the hull down to 68% made a big difference.
Tell group leader we've spotted enemy activity.
And you can see on the right hand side that the crew will start dropping.
Follow my lead.
You can get an update by going back into the board interface, but it's very much a case of watched pot never boils.
Reinforcements arriving.
I've filled it with veteran Marines, so
They say it's safe to engage.
realistically we should have minimal losses because it was that quick. Oh, blimey.
Hurrah!
Sunrise decided it's going to, and there you go, we have captured ourselves another destroyer, a free destroyer. Okay, so one more thing I would highly recommend you do is come into your interface like this, select the Behemoth, right click on the Somra and go transfer crew with, and send all of your Marines apart from one. In fact, send all your Marines back, and with one able crewman. Basically this ship is safe, so we don't even have to supply it with a crew right now. We can just hit confirm, get our Marines back into the Sunra where they belong, and then get the Sunra to dock somewhere. So there is going to be a yep, so there's some good piloting going on there, as you can see. This, I will say this about the Sunrise, I've used it as a troop carrier for this playthrough and it has been really invaluable. However, the captain does seem to rather like ramming into destroyers. It seems to be his thing. He's done it several times. It's entertaining, but there you go. So he's going off to dock. He's got all his Marines back. So this now is my ship. It currently doesn't have any crew on it, but if I wanted to, I could dock with it.
Successfully docked.
And we can go and have a look around if you're curious about what the inside of a Behemoth Vanguard is like. So we'll go and check out the brig, see if there's any pirates lurking in there. We've the Marines were kind and cleaned up all the dead bodies before they left. So here's our brig. Pretty cool. And then let's go and have a look at what else have we got. Crew quarters, yeah, to destroy. So it's got to have somewhere for the crew to be able to go and chill. So pretty generic, this stuff. I've often thought about making a mod that makes the crew quarters and basically the insides of ships look more like the ships that they're part of. I mean, to be fair, the Behemoth is, I think, either a Taladi or a Argon destroyer, so this isn't particularly bad, but you know, when you go into a Boron ship and the crew quarters look exactly like this, that sort of causes you to question, hang on a minute, it's a Boron ship, this surely the crew quarters should just look like a swimming pool or something like that. But there you go, not one to pick holes. And we'll come on to the bridge. Now, because we've taken out the engines and the shields and everything else, there's literally nothing the ship can do. I can't even rotate it to face the right way. Why is my geometric owl flying off? It's still following its previous orders. Okay, let's just stop that. Okay, Maria, geometric owl. Whatever it is you're doing, stop. I don't actually have to get it to fly back because I can teleport to it, so it's not the end of the world. But I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to jump back to my Maria and go and find this Behemoth some crew. So it's just a case of going to the nearest shipyard, really, which is coincidentally
Taladi shipyard.
Right there. My Sunrod docking at it was a giveaway. And basically, yeah, once I've got crew on it, I need to get some engineers so that they can repair it. We can then dock it at this shipyard, repair it, and then we've got a free, mostly free destroyer. Obviously the cost of the repairs is what's going to cost us, but it's considerably cheaper to repair one that you've captured than it is to but buy one out new. Okay, so let's dock.
Docking granted.
Yep, so we're just looking for
Successfully
crew that
docked.
have some vague semblance of engineering knowledge, which should not be too much of a hassle. Yeah, it is. Okay, let's see. What have we got here?
Greetings.
There's a Marine who's got no engineering skill whatsoever, but would be expensive because they've got good boarding and morale. What we want, equally,
Good profit to you.
this person's got no engineering but would be expensive because of the other star ratings they've got. Basically, we want crew members who've got good engineering or are going to be sufficiently to like 4,000 to hire this person. That's fine. So we can just say, go over there, be a crewman.
I look forward to contributing to your business.
Whatever. This person,
Greetings.
also a Marine, but still significantly cheaper than hiring anybody else. So we'll hire them as service crew.
Grateful. I will do my very best.
Let's go and have a chat with these chaps. Engineering, here we go. Ooh, that's going to be a no then.
To you.
Not paying nearly $1 million for somebody.
Greetings.
No, that's too expensive for someone who's got virtually no engineering skill. So where did those people that were running around? Where are you running to? Oh, more people. What have we got? Another Marine. That's going to be way too expensive. This person will be cheap. We want to give it at least sort of 5 or 6 service crew, even if they're not very good. They will get experience from doing this. That's 300,000, but they are a very qualified engineer. So one person, I'm going to give that one person an opportunity to shine.
I am most grateful.
Cool, so all I need to do now is find a captain. Usually I would dip into my own pool of manpower. What have we got here? Boarding and morale.
Greetings.
4,000. Right, you're going to be the captain of my new ship, and then I'll give this person, because obviously nothing's going to happen until we have a captain to give some orders.
Contributing to your business.
I'll quickly talk to him.
Can I help?
Give him a couple of seminars on piloting so that he's actually competent, and then we are good to go. Cool, so that's basically it. That ship will mend itself, or at least mend the engines and things, so that it can move over the course of probably a couple of hours. It's not a quick process, but essentially it's very free, and which is great. What I will do is I will give it some orders to upgrade and repair. I'll just give it a repair order. There you go. Cost just under $1 million in repairs, but it will repair all that stuff. And it's got loads and loads of tracking turrets and plasma turrets. So this destroyer may not be particularly good at taking out fighters, but this will be an anti-base beast. So cool. Let's just add that to the shopping list. Confirm order. So there you go. For what is essentially less than $1 million, we got ourselves a free destroyer. Thanks very much for watching that, guys. I hope you found it useful. Let me know if anything in the comments below, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.